Oh, I dropped my pen. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, I'm not very prepared, but I'm going to read to you so we can cover something today. And so maybe I should start at the beginning. Skills that we need to learn to deal with different behaviors, different situations, and just in life in general. And so, what I'm going to read you today is your mindfulness what skills. Okay. And I'm just reading from the handbook because I don't have anything prepared today. And this is stuff I need to go over all the time, anyways. Even though it didn't work out for us, it taught me a few skills on how to deal with things. So, what we're going to do is we're going to read the what skills today. So, here we go. The what skills are: number one is observe. And it is wordless watching. Just notice the experience in the present moment. Observe both inside and outside yourself using all 5 of your senses. Watch your thoughts and feelings come and go as if they were on a conveyor belt. So, like if you're in an argument or a confrontation or a whatever, stop for a minute. And like they said, you'll kind of see, okay, when I get into a certain situation, this is how I'm going to react. And then I'm going to react this way. And it really does kind of go that way when you start realizing it. Okay, have a Teflon mind, letting experiences come into your mind and slip right out, not holding on to them. In other words, when things are said that maybe aren't very nice or that bother you, you have to learn to let it go. Don't push away your thoughts and feelings. Just let them happen, even when they're painful. So, yeah, it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to be caught up in the moment. The note says, we cannot observe another's inner experience. He's upset. Only external features, a tear rolling down a cheek, or our thoughts about another's experience. I observed the thought, he's upset. So, and that's something that I do in the middle of an argument. I'll say, you're doing such and such, or so you think that we're blah, blah, blah. You don't know what's going on in somebody else's mind. As much as you might think you do, even if you've been through the situation before, you still don't know. You're not in somebody else's mind. Describe. Put words on the experience. Label what you observe with words. So this goes for if you're talking to counselors or just other people, say, school people or whatever. If you're talking to about your grandkids' classes or your grandkids' behavior. So you have to say what you see. For example, I feel sad. My face feels hot. I feel my heart racing. I'm having the thought that. I'm having an urge to. Describe only what you observe without interpretations. Stick to the facts. So, say, I was coming home today from probation and it wasn't a smooth ride with Isaiah and I. From the moment I picked him up, he didn't go to probation on Monday. He was supposed to go on Monday. I sent him in by himself, I was sick and I sent him in, and she said, you can send him in every time by himself. That's just fine. This is on him anyways. So I sent him in with a piece of paper and the lady's number so he could call her when he got in there, which is the procedure. And I said, please write down on this piece of paper our next meeting so that I know. And he came out with no piece of paper. And I said, well, when's our next meeting? I said, is it just the same time? And he said, yeah. Well, that was me interpreting, so therefore not getting it right. But it was his job to find out. He didn't find out. I'm sure she probably told him, but I don't know. I wasn't there, so that's not a fact for me. So we missed Monday. I got a phone call today. And so when I picked him up, I said, you were supposed to be there on Monday. And he was like, the face. What? No, he didn't know. I said, well, maybe you need to pay better attention. And it was off from there. We were, he thought I was picking a fight. I thought he was picking a fight, whatever. So I told him, if we don't have anything nice to say to each other, let's just leave it. Leave it, So interpretation, stick to the facts. Describe only what you observe without interpretations. Okay. And the last mindful what skill is participate. Throw yourself into the present moment fully, dancing, cleaning, taking a test, feeling sad in the moment. And this all goes for the children. It's for the children, but you have to go to these classes together. And so therefore, you kind of have to relearn these things yourself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do usually throw myself into the moment when I'm doing something, cleaning, doing whatever, unless I'm circling around something, which I have been known to do. But I am pretty good about staying on task most of the time. Try not to worry about tomorrow or focus on yesterday. That's a hard one for some people when you're in a difficult situation, because over time it erodes you like a beach. And it's hard to pick up the pieces and start over every day. We have a real hard time with that. And we're trying right now, as we speak, we try all the time. We tell ourselves not to carry it with us and to let things go. So that's a very important one because it'll make you bitter. It'll make you mean. It'll eat at you. Okay, so the last one is participate. Okay, yeah, we already did that. Throw yourself into the present moment. Yeah. Okay. Become one with whatever you're doing. Get into the zone. And that's good. That's good about me talking to you. Let's get into the zone, We're trying to figure this out. What can we do to make the situation better? Well, we can just keep talking about it. And really, that's all I've found that is therapeutic. There's not a lot of help out there. Guardians, once you are guardians and there is no more CPS and you don't have, if you're not foster care, if you are a relative guardian, once the child is in your home and you have troubles, it's on you. It's on you. There is no backing out. There's basically no saying I can't do this anymore. You have to just keep going. You just have to power through, as the counselors say a lot. Okay. Fully experience the moment without being self-conscious. Now that is good for everything. That is good for joy. That is good for negative things. That's good for a lot of things. But mostly it's good for positive things. Let's see. The last one is experience even negative emotions fully to help your wise mind make a decision about what to do instead of acting impulsively. That's very important. That's very important and hard to do sometimes if you're in the heat of the moment or something's going on. It's very hard to stop and think and use your wise mind, but it's very important because if you don't, you will look back and see that there have been decisions that you would have done differently if you were not caught up in the heat of the moment. If you were using your wise mind, you would have done things differently. And Keith and I have found that out more than once, that you definitely need to stop and think. And that is so hard in the heat of the moment sometimes. That is very hard. So these are the mindfulness what skills. And, they are observe, describe, and participate. And the next page, let's see, what is that? It gives us a little test. Don't judge. That's a very important one too. Oh, we're on to the how skills there. So yeah, we'll go back to the what skills. Observe, describe, and participate. And that's where we're going to leave it today. What skills? Do you have them? Do you need to work on them? Wordless watching. Wordless watching. You know, that's an important one. Y'all have a good day. Power through, y'all. Power through. I'm here. I'll try to be more prepared next week. Take it easy.